So I just made I moved my unrolled surface here, and then I put a big circle around it so I can remember where it is because it's much smaller than everything else. Let's just move it out of the way. So now I want to provide some thicknesses to my model. Okay, so if I want to provide thicknesses to my model, I'm going to do an offset surface, but let's see what happens if I offset all the surfaces at the same time. Let's see if it works out. I have a feeling it won't, okay? So offset surface, okay? They're going all over the place, right? Distance 9 inches, sharp corners, yes. Solid, yes. There you go. Okay, there will be some issues just like there was previously when we did the boxes and we had to do some cleanups. But I don't want to offset surface like this. It's a little bit weird. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do them one by one. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll explode the entire thing again. Okay, and explode each surface by itself and then just clean it up that way. Make sure, before you offset surfaces, make sure you have all your angles the way you want them. Don't start changing angles after you offset the surfaces. Okay, this happened in the first project in this solar gallery. Some of you wanted to change the shapes of things after you offset surface, and you've learned from that lesson that it's a little bit fussy to do that afterwards. For the walls, I'm going to offset them inwards, and for the roof, all floors are going to be offset downwards. Okay, so I'm just doing the floors first and offset them downwards. Nine, sharp, solid. There we go. Got the first one. Flip it to go down. Solid, yes. Sharp, 9 inches. Enter. Do your next one. Flip it to go down. Your next one. And your next one. Okay. So we have that. So now that I have this guy doing this, I think on this next wall, I'm going to offset the surface outwards. Okay, so I'm going to take this guy, I'm going to say offset surface. I'm going to flip it so it goes out. There we go, because I can always clean some of this stuff up in AutoCAD later. And I can always close the gap here as well later. I'll show you how to do that. So which way I'm going to offset this first surface? Also out away so I can cover this gap. So offset surface as well. And let's go ahead and do this guy inwards. Nine inches, sharp corners, yes. Inwards, yes. Press enter. One more. I'm going to pull this guy outwards because I want it to cover that bump. Nine inches, sharp, solid, yes. What else do I have left? Oh, this little guy. So I'm going to offset this downwards to cover that bump. Offset surface. Perfect. Okay, so we can union these guys and everything will be fine. This is okay, I'm not worried about it. But stuff like this, all right, stuff like this needs to be closed off. So what you can do here actually is, let me see if it's easier to do this way. Yeah, there we go. Look at it from the bottom a bit. Okay, under that same layer, actually I'm going to do it in another color. That way we can see what we're doing. So, and then we can go ahead and fix it again. I'm going to do a surface, a three-sided surface. 1, 2, 3, and press enter to close it off. Okay. I'm going to do an extrude surface command. Extrude, not curve, but surface. Extrude surface, select the surface, and before you extrude it, make sure you tell it that you want it to be solid. Okay, and delete the input. Yes. Sometimes we forget these subcommands. I think they're pretty important. Okay, so I made sure to tell it that I want it to be solid. I'm dragging the direction. I don't have to identify. There we go. Okay, now I'll just go ahead and grab it and make it into the that layer. We can union it later and it'll be fine. This is taken care of. We can do the same thing over here again. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. You got another one here. Do the same thing. Okay. Okay, I think with this we can just sort of split things away from each other. Let's give that a try. There we go. Clean it up in AutoCAD if I need to, in an elevation or in a section. Okay, so once you have all of this done, I would go ahead and union the entire thing. Okay, so now everything is unioned. Even those little triangles in there are part of the whole. I just went to the Boolean union. Sounds good. And how about merge all faces so I can get rid of some of these lines in here. Select the whole thing, say merge all faces. Okay, that should have been actually Boolean differenced as well, because you want a clean surface this way. You don't want these guys bumping out. Okay, what we can do is just, we can clean them up and when we do the 2Ds or in AutoCAD, but it's usually easier if you do it while you're there. Since I unioned it, I'm just not going to go back. I'm going to keep it the way it is.